earlier we figured out how to take all of those actions, like creating a post and removing a post. We took them out of the application component. But still, all of our state is still stored in that top level component. We didn't really fully solve the problem yet, which is fine. We're getting there. But now what we want to do is, this application could grow. I plan on making a lot of money with this application. It's going to grow very big. So what we're going to want to do is be able to figure out a way to pass different pieces of Firebase state to kind of smaller components, right? It's not tenable long term to be able to just kind of go ahead and pass everything down. The application is small now, but it could eventually get a lot bigger. And there are a whole bunch of different ways that we could do this, but we're going to look at kind of a modern one. In the previous version of this course, we hooked the real-time database up to Redux. And that approach will still work. That's what you're interested in, basically using Redux Thunk. You subscribe to the events, and you basically keep dispatching actions, right? You basically have a thunk that just continually dispatches on every update, right? We saw with in Cloud Firestore, with the doc changes, we actually have a really great way of doing that because we know when one was added or removed. We can get very granular with the actual actions that take place. That said, we're going to try something a little bit more simpler, since we have a few more built-in options now within React. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the context API, and we're going to basically pull out this idea of having the user and the idea of having the posts, and so we can wrap it around any component that needs the posts or the user. So eventually we're going to do this a few different ways. We create a provider and consumer for post and for user for our stateless functional components. And then we'll also use some higher order components for the ones that have forms, right? Because they're a little we'd have to wrap them versus just simply passing them into a function would be a lot easier.